Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LFA Shop. Today we're at You Pull It. We're going to go to all three of them. We've got Richo and Jackson with me, and let's see what we can find. I've been asked before, when I go to a junkyard, take you guys with me and also show what tools I take. So today I'm going to get a diff for a mate of mine. He's going to be there helping me, but I'd like to take tools just in case. And then I'm going to get some seat rails and maybe a dash cluster. So a little bit of everything. Should be able to tackle most jobs with these tools here. So impact sockets, not necessary really. I've used chrome sockets a million times on a rattle gun. People are going to tell me off for that, but it's fine. It works. But deep impact sockets just in case. Big old rattle gun with a nicely charged battery. Should probably check that. It's a full battery, that's good. A decent hammer, not a claw hammer because you'll catch it on stuff, it's really annoying. Then we've got these king chrome screwdrivers. So these are metric screwdrivers, which sounds really silly. These ones actually fit into the head of bolts, like the Phillips heads. They actually fit properly, so they're really nice. I know there's a standard and I know there's different names for them. I can't remember what this style is called, but the king chrome screwdrivers are the best. We've got some small little channel locks, I think people call them. I don't know, multi-grips, whatever. A good ratchet because that one's knackered, but it doesn't fit in the case, which is annoying. Some pliers, so two different types of pliers and some side cutters. Should get us through most jobs. A basic 1/2 inch socket set. So this has metric and imperial, and it has small stuff as well, and a 1/4 in it as well, and then it's got metric and imperial spanners, so that's a really good kit. That was my first kit. It was like $200 or something, 150 bucks maybe, so that's a really good starter kit. And then we've got two different pry bars, so just a little one and a big one, so just in case. A little razor blade, little Stanley knife, because you never know. And then these spanners, which are my favorite thing. I call them flat spanners or box spanners. So they're dead straight and they're really long. So you can get good leverage on them and you can get direct leverage rather than it being on a bit of an angle. So these things are great. They're SP branded and they go from 8mm to 19mm. That set of spanners was more than that kit. I know that much. I can't remember how much they were, but they're more than that. So then I've got a Sig Chrome carry bag, which is probably not quite long enough. A little bit longer would be nice because the screwdriver packet doesn't fit in here very well. So that's what I'm going to take. Let's go to the junkyard. We're here at You Pull It Gilman, which is near Port Adelaide, and it is inside most of it. So you got 4-wheel drives and commercial, you got Fords all down that side. Might be some more commercial down there, and then this side's all Holden, and then out the back is all the Jap stuff. There's also European, so commercial and European on this corner and the little back corner there. That's all Ford, that's all Holden. But we're going for a Holden, I think, today. Looks like Richo's found what we need. So there's a couple of older Commodores. Most of it's all new and like Barinas and Astras and stuff. But there's a lot of Commodores here as well. But the VNs and the VSs are slowly dwindling over the years. It's a bit sad, really. Not that I like them, but there's a lot of people that do. So we're under the VS that Richo chose for the diff. So this one's an ABS diff, so that's pretty good. But welcome to Australia. That's a red bag. Red bag. Wonderful. I'm working just here. Australia. Alright, so we have the diff free, so it's ready to roll out. Richo's just going to grab another wheelbarrow and chuck this in the wheelbarrow and go look for Cadbury parts. So this is the outside yard, so this is all the Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi, other assorted stuff, Subarus, Japanese stuff. So I found a manual Camry, the same model as mine. So I've already got a shifter surround and a shifter assembly, but I would like the dash because it doesn't have the park neutral thing in it. So I need to unbolt this guy, which should be just a few screws, and it should come out pretty easily. So let's get into it. Alright, 6 screws and some pliers. Cut the wires off. Dash, 4-cylinder manual. So this is the Euro and commercial section. We've got a few Audis, a few Citroens, whatever that rolled thing is. and then some old stuff over here. We're currently at Lonsdale, so Lonsdale, South Australia, for anyone that's wondering. And we've just walked in, we're looking at the Euros, because Jackson has an affinity for weird Euro stuff. Like this thing. Renault Fuego. And another one. Big old Mercedes. 450 SLE. SEL, sorry. So we found a pink BMW. And Jackson's found it on Instagram. So we found a Saab 900. You know the engine is backwards, and this is the start of the gearbox. It's got keys though.
Red one.
So we're looking for a space saver for Jackson for his Yaris, and we found this one. It's a Nokia tyre. Must be indestructible. B1 Passat wagon. Pretty sick. A lot of bits. How's the hood scoop on this little beast? And fun fact for everybody, these are the seats that are in my K10. Someone has ruined them to get the headrests out, but that's what I've got minus the headrests. Camry wagon, double wiper. So this is the same model as my Camry, but the wagon, which is what I wanted, but I couldn't find one, and then I committed way too hard to Dynamat. So this wagon is a base model, which means it has manual seats, which I require the sliders for, because if I put other seats in my Camry, chances are they're not going to be electric. So I need to rip these guys out. I got one seat apart and one seat base out, and then I've got the other seat out ready to take the base out. These are quite deep in the seat to actually unbolt them. Regret.
Seems like a headache to get these out.
Yeah, look at that one. You have to take the seat base out and the side of the back off.
All for what?
All seats.
Comfy seats.
Yeah, comfier seats.
Fast boy seats.
Either buckets that are comfy or comfy that are comfy. I'm not sure yet. This is the first car that I drove on the road and owned for the road. Daewoo 1.5i. And Jackson had one for a little bit, but his was way worse than mine. What a wonderful freedom machine. We're in this row with Camrys, and I just grabbed the fans off of this guy. So this is a 4-cylinder Camry. So I've got the fans, so now the V6 ones are hydraulic, so they run off the trans, and then the 4-cylinder ones are electric. So I've grabbed those, got the base model seats, or rails, got a space saver for Jackson, so there's only one more thing that we came for, which is for DJ from Automotive Carnage, which is right over there somewhere.
On this episode of El Jefe Shop Shop,
Ronnie won't answer his phone.
Jeff's friends don't even talk to him.
It's a nice Nissan 300C or something, and a Gazelle, which is what we're here for. Some bits off of, but like it's pretty decent. The back's not too good, but overall it's actually really good. Same with that thing. Missing a door now, but overall actually really straight. S12 Gazelle, a bit rusty. Let's get these rocker arms for DJ. So this has a CA20 in it, and the rocker cover is already unbolted. Rockers. So we've got the rocker assembly off and the arms and everything. I'm going to bring DJ back and see if he needs any more of this stuff. Right, we're all done with the Gazelle, so I'll put this back on. Put the weeds back on. So the next sucker that thinks they're going to get some rocker arms. Nope. We've had a quick wander, and then the next coolest thing is this Fiat 128. I thought it was a Lada because I think they're actually based on the same car, but this is the original one, I believe. Anyway, anyone in Lada parts? Fiat parts? There's heaps missing. So while we're in the area, we'll come and see XA Coupe Guy and his ridiculous tank. This is so ridiculous. If you haven't seen Graham's channel, definitely check it out. It's holding on the screen. He's a really good dude and he does really good work. And he has a tank, which is just, you know, cool. But he also does Falcons and Holdens and panel work. Camera's there. I need one for my truck.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Graham's showing me things. I don't know what they are, but things.
Oh
so
yeah, no,
allegedly.
I didn't do it. I mean, it was just in skeptical. I never would do something like that.
Yeah, I heard that a friend of mine pretended to do that, allegedly.
Yeah.
One time.
Territories. It's so good.
Oh, wow. Whoops. When you said you had a bad drive shaft, I didn't realise you meant there.
Yeah, I
oh,
thought,
whoops.
Sheared it clean off.
Bye. Bit of lunch. Home time. It's about 4 o'clock anyway. What was it? 4:15. So it's casual lunchtime. Bought the boys Chupa Chups. So we went back to Richo's, swapped back to the truck, loaded all of this onto Jackson's lap basically, and then got home. So a pair of manual seat rails for the Camry, a pair of the 4-cylinder fans which are electric rather than hydraulic, a pair of these runner thingies for Ronnie and his daily, and a boot floor for Ronnie as well. So I also got a VN or VS, I think it was, Toyota Lexan steering wheel. So obviously Holden steering wheel, but this one's Toyota. So I'm just going to put that on the wall for now, but it's a nice little trinket. And when I eventually get suckered into buying another Commodore, I have a Toyota steering wheel I'm going to put on it. So I'm going to chuck all of this in the shed and we'll pretty much call it done for now. I also got that rocker gear that I'm going to send to DJ in WA. So I wrapped these parts for DJ in some cling wrap and a little Ziploc bag. So let's box these up and get them sent to him. All wrapped up, nice thick cardboard, lots of tape. I'll write the address on this thing and we'll take it to the post office. This is Elizabeth, you pull it. Let's go for a wander. First things first, there's a Daihatsu Sior here for sale. It's manual. And then there's Buggy, which caught my eye. So to start with, I thought this must be a Volkswagen because that's what they always do. This is a K70, or what's left of it, which is right up my alley, of course, Corolla. So they've got the cluster in there, we've got the steering column, front seats, and then the wheels, which gave it away for me. And then we got the K motor. How good. It's probably a 4K. I can't actually read the numbers. Oh, bet it runs mint. Nice and rusty. But it is a K70, or it was a K70. How good. This thing's actually quite well put together. Minus the booger welds. They've made that recess for the cluster. They've used the gear boot. Then if you come to the front, they've remade the strut towers. It's actually pretty full on. Mounted the fuse box on a nice panel with the air and stuff. It's actually pretty well made. It's disgusting, but it's pretty well made. And I'd say it's been on its side a couple of times because this is good. So not even at the start of the yard yet. I was going to go, there's one more row. I was going to go over there and start there. But there's a Z30 Sora here. And I actually really would like the front suspension out of one of these for a project that I have coming up. So the benefit with these guys is that cross member is actually attached to both of the control arms. But then there's that second cross member there, which has the second mounts for the lower control arms. So you'd need to take the sway bar on the left of the screen, the cross member in the middle, and that right hand side cross member as well. So it'd be a pretty big task to get that out, but it would work perfectly for one of the vehicles that I have in store for the future. Also, parking pole. I might need to get that out. So I just had a quick look at this front suspension. It also has airbags, which is probably good for someone. But I realised that this top bolt's been taken out, which is a bit of a shame. But from memory, I actually have one on my workbench from that time I had a Z30 Sora about 10 years ago. So I reckon I've got the bolt to put this back together. I do need this thing. So this is the frontmost row of this wrecking yard. So the road is just there, the main road. And then this is the first row of Toyotas. Obviously this is where I'm going to start. I am a Toyota nut, but I will be going through all of it and seeing if there's anything special that sticks out to me. So stay tuned. So I found a Camry wagon, just thought I'd have a quick look. How's the roof lining? That is disgusting. What about an LS400? Obviously no motor or trans, but an LS400? The diff's still there. Most of the rear suspension. Another Z30 Sora. No subframe in this one. Still got the sway bar, but not much else. It's a bit toast. What about a K70 with a Buick? It's got all the mounts. They're not like amazing, but they're there. And it obviously bolts in. Not bad. So I'm done with the Toyotas, it's onto the Holdens now. Let's have a look around. I don't know what's rare or what's cool, so I'm just gonna have a quick look. It's a little bit disappointing. I'm halfway through this aisle, and this is the first VS or VR I've seen, and there's not been a VN or a VP either. There's only been like 4 Commodores really. Bit of a shame really, they're dying. Couple of old dogs. All sorts here today. And 3 more of whatever they are. You could definitely make one good one out of those 3. CRV! Yay! Has the K motor in it too. Probably good for someone. There's a lot of bits missing, but it's there. I imagine this would be a pretty rare sight in a junkyard. Got a VYVZ Crewman, sorry. Reasonably complete, I guess. Missing the back doors, one of the back doors and the tub. And then, is this the Turismo Blue? VYVZ. Always love this colour. You would think that I'm in the Holdens, I'd be done with the Camrys. What about an Apollo? Another Turismo Blue. VYVZ, I think. Not a whole lot left of it really. Just the colour. The colour's so good. Almost at the end of the Commodores here. That's a big hit. Imagine you wanted that wheel back. That is in there. That's not even bolted on. That's not bolted on. And it's not moving. What a hit. We're into the Falcons. There's a lot of wagons here today. There's 4 in a row right there. And then skip one, wagon, skip one, wagon. There's a lot. How good. 2 more there. If you need a wagon, come to Elizabeth. Now don't get rare confused with the desirable. But this thing, Horizon, I think the cigarette brand, edition of a laser. Again, rare, probably not very desirable. Kind of cool though. Bit of a throwback to when you could advertise for cigarettes. What about FG? With a gas barrel. Gas barrel. I imagine this is pretty rare in the junkyard. It's a Leaker Shamonics? I don't know. A lounge chair in the back, folding seats and stuff. Pretty cool. And then I noticed it's got these pretty rad little fog lights in the front. But it's also turbo intercooled. That's probably good for someone. I'm sure they need parts off of this thing. And it's got a snorkel. I've done it. I found the coolest car in the junkyard. Everyone's favourite. The PT Cruiser. What about a Colt convertible? Ew. What about a 929? It's got a full set of these meshies. Don't know if they're rare or worth anything, but there's a full set of them. What about a Mark 1 Passat hatch? Or sedan? I don't know what you call this one. I really shouldn't have sold mine. So that's it for today at You Pull It. We just walked through every aisle. I feel like I've been walking for hours. I've been here for probably 2 hours, so it's been a bit of a mission today, but that's all for this video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the You Pull It tours. See you next week.